Now we're back home and the Oakley Cannons have made Australia Cup history by fielding the comp's youngest ever player. 13-year-old Ymer Abili, my apologies, was subbed on in extra time during last night's semi-final against A-League team Macarthur FC. Now, the Australia Cup is our equivalent of the FA Cup, and despite Ymer's young legs, the Cannons lost 5-2, but he's taking time away from his homework and his fans. Ymer joins us now with his mum, Amdie. Ymer, congratulations. You've been on the bench the last couple of games. Did you ever think that you would get this call-up?
No, I'm just very happy. I didn't think I'll get this call-up, but just very happy that I got this opportunity.
Well, I can see that huge smile on your face. What was it like, though, when you ran out onto the pitch? How were you feeling?
Oh, I felt like so happy, you know, just joy. I had a big smile on my face running onto that pitch, seeing everyone getting happy, me coming on. It was just something I can't explain.
Extraordinary stuff. You came on in extra time. You didn't have to make a save in the end. Were you relieved at that, or were you disappointed?
I was a bit disappointed as I wanted to show people what I can do, but...
Tell us what your friends have been saying at school. Were you the coolest kid at school today?
Yeah, people just coming and talking to me, like people that are not even my good mates are just coming, congratulating me. So, yeah, it was pretty good.
That's what happens when you become a big deal, mate. All these hangers on, they're not even your friends, suddenly they pretend to be. You've got to be very careful, but you've got your mum next to you and she's looking after you, I'm sure. Mum, I've got to ask you, how were your nerves at the time when Ymer came on?
I was a nervous wreck, to be honest, and I didn't really think that he was going to come on, so I was enjoying my souvlaki at half-time and all that, and when I saw him warming up, my husband turned around and said, oh, something is going on. I said, no. But when he got on, I was just super, super proud. It was the proudest moment. I'm really proud of him and his achievement.
Could you finish your souvlaki?
That was done and dusted at half-time, so that was all good.
Well done. You had plenty of time up your sleeve. We should point out that Ymer was on the bench legitimately because there's a keeping crisis at the club. Although the whole lot of keepers are injured, and so Ymer was the second-choice keeper. Mum, I'm sorry to have to ask this, but you didn't have anything to do with their injuries, did you?
Definitely not. There was no foul play involved in any of that. I was nice to everyone and I did, you know, definitely there's been a bit of an injury crisis at Oakley Cannons and, you know, Ymer got the call up and he didn't even flinch. When he got the call up, I was more a bit hesitant. Ymer and my husband weren't hesitant at all, but protective mum mode came in. But as soon as I went to the club, and like we've been part of Oakley Cannons for 3-4 years, Chris Taylor, Boyle, all the senior players there were just amazing towards him the last couple of weeks. So it's just been fantastic.
Right, and Ymer, you were on the bench before this game. It was like for the last couple, I think you've been on the bench. So you're you're in the squad. Do you keep the match payments or do you have to share them with mum?
I don't know. I think I have to share them with mum at this age, but hopefully when I grow older, I get to keep all of it.
Amdie, surely this is a moment for celebration. How are you guys planning to celebrate? Is it pizza and ice cream all week? What are the plans?
Oh, we've been celebrating for the last 2 weeks. No joke. School holidays start tomorrow, so there's no celebrations until then. So back to the books tonight, and then he's got training and physio and all sorts of stuff happening. And in the soccer world, there's no break. So he trains really, really hard. He trains, 4 or 5 times a week, plus game day and physio's on the side. So maybe a day or two here, there break, but definitely not much of a celebration. So he has to work extra hard now.
Did you have an ice bath after the game?
I had a souvlaki after the game, not an ice bath.
Oh, you're a man after my own heart. We could be mates, I think. We're very good mates.
The best of celebrations. Ymer, you're an absolute superstar. Amdie, thank you so, so much for joining us and congratulations again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.